Hello, I'm Andrew Pritchard. Thank you for watching today's Northeast Regional Forecast brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions. We'll take a look at the national radar here Friday morning, and we see this powerful storm system that's just wreaked havoc across the central United States over the last 24 to 48 hours. We play this loop, and there you see the cold front extending for the south, and that classic comma shape as we move off towards the north, where we saw heavy snow across the upper Midwest, parts of the Dakotas there as well. And now, this cold front beginning to push off towards the east, bringing showers and thunderstorms across the eastern Corn Belt, and now beginning to push into the northeast, and it will do so over the weekend. When we look at temperatures, current temperatures across the entire continental U.S. here at 10:15 on Friday morning. You can almost draw that storm system in just looking at the temperatures here. We see the warm air feeding in from the south. On the backside, that colder air swinging around. And then again, that cold front right now moving across the eastern Corn Belt, bringing that shower and thunderstorm activity to the eastern Corn Belt into the northeast. Last 24 hours of precipitation, and that's where we saw again the heavy snow falling on the north side here. Some wintry mix across parts of the upper Mississippi Valley. And then across parts of the central and eastern Corn Belt here, we saw some showers and thunderstorms begin to develop. And again, it's this activity that's moving off towards the northeast to start off the weekend. So here we go. Here's the high-resolution NAM model. There's a couple things you're going to notice. First, this original storm system begins to lift off towards the northeast as we start off the weekend. That's going to bring the thunderstorms across the eastern Corn Belt and then expanding into the northeast as we start the weekend. The next thing I want you to notice is this the next storm system developing across the southern plains, and that's going to lift into the Ohio River Valley by the time we get to Sunday. So here we go, seeing showers across the northeast now Friday and Saturday, getting into Saturday or Sunday morning now as we end this loop at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. We've got an area of low pressure around generally where the Ohio River and the Mississippi River meet, and that's again Sunday morning. That'll be lifting off towards the northeast, bringing shower and thunderstorm activity into the northeast by the time we get to the second half of the day on Sunday into possibly Monday across this area. And first, I'll talk about the severe weather threat. Today we do have a slight risk for a couple strong to severe thunderstorms along that cold front as it tracks across the eastern Corn Belt into parts of the northeast region, mainly looking here at parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia for that risk of some mid-afternoon strong to severe thunderstorms. As we shift to Sunday now, on Saturday we'll be watching Arkansas and Louisiana, parts of eastern Texas, but Sunday, you remember that next low tracking in through this area, dragging a cold front through the area with plenty of warm and humid air in advance, and that's why we've got a slight and an enhanced risk of some strong to severe thunderstorms. This could be more of a widespread severe weather event with the potential for a couple of tornadoes, again, across parts of Indiana and Ohio, parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, and then this begins to lift off towards the northeast, so late in the day on Sunday, getting into Monday perhaps, looking at the northeast region dealing with some severe weather. So certainly Pennsylvania and Virginia, be aware as we head into the day on Sunday for that severe weather risk. Now let's look at a little closer look, and we'll go through time here to point out a few things. First, we're starting on Friday, midday. We start to see that potential for, remember, a couple of isolated strong to severe thunderstorms in this area, parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, parts of Virginia. This is Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Again, talking about maybe some gusty winds and some large hail, not a big tornado threat with this. As we get into Saturday morning, starting to see those rain showers move out. Finally, by Saturday afternoon, everything has cleared the East Coast and we're dry now across the Northeast region. But as you remember, Sunday morning, we get that next storm system beginning to track into the area. I think I just lost my ability. Here we go. As this ends, you'll start to see that next storm system tracking into the area. Here it is, watching for that threat of some strong to severe thunderstorms again late in the day on Sunday, mainly in this area. Oops, let me go ahead and jump back. Mainly this area extending outside the northeast, talking about the Corn Belt from central Indiana, central Ohio, lifting into parts of Pennsylvania. This is along and south of this line is where I think that severe weather risk is going to exist. Again, late in the day on Sunday, possibly into the day on Monday. Here we go, the rest of that loop as this begins to move off towards the east. Total rainfall getting us through the day on Saturday. So this first storm system bringing generally half an inch or less to areas north of this line. You start looking across parts of Pennsylvania and getting south of there, maybe between half an inch and an inch falling across these areas. But then when we take a look a little bit further out, getting us into through Monday morning, so now factoring in that storm system that comes through late Sunday into Monday, talking about significantly higher precipitation totals with this next storm system, a much more saturated warm sector with this one, a lot more fuel for these showers and thunderstorms. And so that's why we're talking about, maybe 2 inches of rain in parts of these areas here, getting into Pennsylvania, talking about southern New York, getting into further south from there into the Delmarva, talking about maybe 2, maybe a little bit more than that when we get into Virginia, 2 to 2.5 inches of rain. Not looking at much snow with this one. We won't have a lot of cold air, perhaps parts of northern Maine, seeing a little bit of light snow, but really expecting all rain with this one again in 2 rounds, late in the day Friday into Saturday morning, and then again late in the day Sunday into Monday morning. Let's go ahead. We'll look at the European model here to kind of finish this and get my last point across, which is that it is active. You're going to notice a couple things as we play this loop. First, that first low begins to lift off towards the northeast here Friday, Saturday. Then you watch the next storm system develop Sunday into Monday. And then as this loop ends, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to watch our next storm system beginning to push into the central U.S. That'll have implications for us late in the week across the northeast. Let's play this one more time. There you go. It goes pretty quick. But there you got it. The pattern remains active. That first storm system, let's do it once more. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now Wednesday, Thursday. We'll watch this moving into the northeast as we get towards the later part of next week. High temperatures, just to close us out. Friday, high temperatures, beautiful in parts of the west here. Talking about high temperatures in the 70s across New York and Pennsylvania, parts of Rhode Island. Cooler as we're off to the east here, 40s and 50s in this area. As we look ahead to Tuesday, though, or Saturday, I'm sorry, my days of the week are mixed up. Seeing that warmth really overspread the entire area Saturday, 60s and 70s widespread across the northeast region. Getting into Sunday and then Monday, that cooler air starts working in on the backside of the Sunday-Monday storm system, cooling us off again before warm air returns. Tuesday, and kind of cut the region in half. We're dealing with the colder air on the backside of that storm system on Tuesday. But by the time we get to Tuesday, we're starting to see that warmth return from the central U.S. moving into the northeast by the time we get to the middle part of next week. As always, Eric Snodgrass will have an in-depth look at the evolution of the next 1 to 2 weeks in our Monday Morning Ag Forecast video, and I'll have your next Northeast Regional Forecast right here on Tuesday. Have a great weekend.